Yo, what is going on, homies? It's your boy Stumped back from another OPTC video, and in today's video we're diving into the Challenge Intrusion battle against Yamato for the upcoming treasure map with 3 teams that don't use any of the treasure map boosters, as well as some of the newer units. But the first team is a double Gear 5 team. That was the team. Those are the supports. Let's dive on in. Now, this team is very free-to-play friendly. If you manage to pick up Gear 5 and you have been playing the game over the last sort of month, you probably have some of these characters. The Nami Robin unit 6+ was very recent. They're a free-to-play 6+. Hopefully you guys picked them up from the last Super Boss Kazuna. If you were playing for that Super Boss, getting the skulls is very easy. And then obviously Bonnie, Flampe, and Maha are all free-to-play units. On stage 2, we come up against Yamato with the mask, and she's actually going to stun our left-hand column and give us a full board of paralysis orbs. Utilizing Bonnie here is very, very powerful because you can rotate those paralysis orbs into matching, and you get 5 turns of a chain boost. With that and the barrier pen that Flampe provides, you are going to take a death shot from Yamato. She has a counter with its like 50 times her attack in counter damage, and as long as your Flampe has barrier pen, you should be able to die with this hit. When you do die, you resurrect as Gear 5, and then you can actually go through the damage reduction that she puts up. She also gives you 10 turns of special reverse. Gear 5 reverses that. You are pretty much in good stead at this particular point. When Yamato dies, though, she does like 300,000 damage, which basically guarantees you to die again, and that's why you want to bring Gear 5. Gear 5 is just sort of built for this content with the whole revive shenaniganry that he does, and they've very much tailor-made it to that. There's a bunch of bind as well, which makes him very, very good for it. And obviously, they want you to use the Samurai, Gear 5, and Momo, but look, we're not using those Samurai characters because we don't want to. On the final stage against Yamato, she puts up another barrier, but again, Gear 5 goes through that. She gives you block orbs and then turns them into super block if you actually rotate them. So that's why Nami and Robin is so good here, because you can literally just swap with Nami Robin, remove the super block orbs, then we can use Maha to give us an attack boost and give our friend Captain Gear 5 a matching orb. And with that, we pretty much have enough damage to easily take out Yamato. On this stage 2, you get attack down if you're below a 3.25 times chain lock, and if you're above a 4 times chain lock, you get an attack down too. So, very annoying, but Bonnie puts you right in between that sweet spot at 3.5 with the final shot of Gear 5, and then you can actually utilize his rush for more damage there too. On to the next team. Alright, so the next team utilizes Luffy and Ace with a friend captain Gear 5 this time. That was the team. Those are the supports. Let's dive in. Obviously, if there aren't any supports, you can just use stat boosters. That's sort of the play here. The Whitey base support for this particular team is kind of essential. So if you guys don't have that support, it is going to be a little bit challenging to actually make this team work for you. But if you do have it, and you did miss out on pulling Gear 5, this particular team should work fairly nicely. Robin and Nami once again turn up. Flampe is also on this team again. She's a 1.4 times booster, so it just makes sense to bring her. And then we're using Maha once again. He's a free-to-play unit, and he's a 1.35 times booster. I figured, like, hey, very accessible. May as well actually just, like, put him on the team. On the first turn of Yamato, we are going to use the Nami and Robin special. That's going to get rid of those paralysis orbs. And then when we actually take a shot from Yamato, we actually don't take any damage because of the barrier. As long as you don't break, like, go through the barriers, you're not going to worry about that death hit. And then we can just worry about her death hit when she actually dies. When she does put up the damage reduction on the second turn, we're going to remove that with Jinbei. Mr. Jimbo is very, very nice here because he can just completely remove damage reduction. And he's a 1.25 times booster, which is nice. He's also a fighter character, which means that we can get access to a captain ability thanks to Luffy and Ace as well, which is always nice. Unfortunately, we lose the dual captain of Luffy and Ace, I believe, when we revive. Or it, like, activates a preemptive, which is very annoying. So you kind of want to, like, switch into Luffy on that stage rather than switching to Ace like I did. On the final stage, we're going to use the Gear 5 special. That's going to rotate the orbs, and it's going to trigger the interrupt. The interrupt is only once. That is confirmed. I've definitely tested that, obviously, with Maha. So you can use some other characters to just sort of roll those orbs once again. If you're using 2 Gear 5s, that'll definitely work. But if you guys don't want to use Maha and you want the EX special for more damage, you can easily just replace Maha with another Straw Hat character. So that way you get that EX special as well. Maha's an attack booster here. We then have a chain boost thanks to Flampe. Flampe also paralyzes, but I think that's essential. That's why I put Katakuri on her. But I really don't think that matters at all. She's just here for the chain boost, just so that way when we hit with Gear 5, we're above that 3.25, but we're still below the 4 times chain. Now, the final team actually utilizes one of the Samurai as our friend captain. Now, this particular team isn't exactly tailor-made for everyone. It's mainly tailor-made for people that can find this particular character as their friend. Remember, the intrusion only comes around every 5 stages. So, if you can find this Cockroach Samurai dude as a friend captain, I would highly recommend utilizing him, so that way you can maximize your point gain. This team does utilize its own Gear 5, as well as Momo on the team. Plus, I do have Usopp, who actually came out with the Ezo batch. So, Usopp, he's just here for more damage. If you don't have Usopp, don't stress. It's not the end of the world if you don't have him. But he definitely helps out with that extra conditional. On stage 2, we're just going to pass the first turn with the Momo tap. That way we don't have to worry about that counter shot, and it all works out pretty hunky-dory there. And then on the second turn, when Yamato puts up the damage reduction, we're actually going to remove it with Momo. Now, to get around this particular stage, you can actually utilize the special of what's his name? The samurai-looking dude. The samurai-looking dude is going to give you 3 turns with a chain lock if you guys don't have 2 Wano orbs to get around this particular barrier. Now, I used the Flampe special there, so that way I get a chain boost. The idea here was to just try and kill with Usopp, but unfortunately, Usopp doesn't have Barry Pen, so well, his Barry Pen's kind of shit. So it was a little bit annoying there, but thanks to Momo giving himself a Wano orb, meant that I can actually just sort of take them out easy peasy. On the final stage, we're basically just going to rotate the block orbs into Wano slots, and that way we give ourselves a chain lock thanks to the samurai guy. But you can easily utilize his special on the turn before, like I said, if you need those Wano orbs. And then when you use the Gear 5 special, it's not going to matter with the orb rotation. And that way you'll be in really, really good stead with your attack, with your orb boost and your color affinity buff. Because you died, you're already in Gear 5, so you're doing a lot more damage. And then Usopp can give you that conditional boost if you like. So if you want more damage and you need more damage, Usopp works great here. But as you can see, Gear 5 just absolutely shreds. So that's going to wrap up the video. I hope you guys enjoyed this one. If you did, make sure to belt like button, the subscribe button, do all that good stuff for me. Most importantly, wherever you guys are in this beautiful world, please remember to enjoy the rest of your day. As always, homies, thank you for watching, and I'll catch you all in the next one. Let's